You say you're not afraid of failing. You say, if it doesn't work, I'll just try again. But then, you delay starting. You overprepare. You keep researching instead of launching. You tell yourself, I'm waiting for the right time. Are you really waiting? Or are you protecting yourself? Because fear of failure is rarely loud. It doesn't always scream, I'm scared. Sometimes it whispers, not yet. I need more preparation. What if I'm not ready? Maybe this isn't the right path. Fear of failure is subtle, and most of the time, it's not about failing itself. It's about what failure means. Failure isn't just an outcome. It feels like exposure. If you try and fail, people see. They judge. They form opinions. And suddenly, it's not just, this didn't work. It becomes, maybe I'm not capable. Maybe I'm not as talented as I thought. Maybe I'm not who I believed I was. That's the real fear. Not the event, but the identity threat. You're not just afraid of losing. You're afraid of what losing says about you. There's also childhood conditioning. Think about how failure was treated when you were younger. Was it a lesson? Or was it shame? Were mistakes normal? Or were they criticized? If failure was met with disappointment, comparison, or humiliation, your nervous system learned something powerful. Failing is dangerous, not physically, but socially, emotionally. And social rejection activates the same pain centers as physical injury. Your brain doesn't like that, so it builds defense systems. One of them is procrastination. If you don't start, you can't fail. Another is perfectionism. If everything is flawless, maybe you can avoid criticism. Another is self-sabotage. If you fail on purpose, at least it feels controlled. You can say, I didn't really try. That protects your ego. Because trying fully and failing, that's vulnerable. There's another layer people rarely talk about. Sometimes you're not afraid of failure. You're afraid of finding out your limits. As long as you haven't tried, your potential is infinite in your imagination. But once you try, reality defines you. And reality can feel smaller than fantasy. So you stay in the almost. Almost starting. Almost launching. Almost committing. It's safer there. You also fear the emotional aftermath. The disappointment. The self-doubt. The I knew I wasn't good enough narrative. So you avoid the risk entirely. But here's the paradox. Avoiding failure doesn't protect your confidence. It slowly erodes it. Every time you back away from something meaningful, a quiet message forms inside you. I can't handle this. Over time, that message becomes belief, and belief shapes identity. The irony is that failure itself is rarely as devastating as the anticipation of it. Most failures are temporary, recoverable, educational, but the imagined version in your head, catastrophic, permanent, identity destroying. That's what you're reacting to. The story, not the reality. So how do you shift this? First, redefine failure. Failure is not a verdict. It's data. It's feedback. It's direction correction. Second, separate performance from identity. You failed at something. You are not a failure. One is situational. The other is personal. Your brain confuses the two. You have to consciously untangle them. Third, practice visible imperfection. Do things before you feel ready. Allow small failures. Normalize awkward beginnings. Because resilience is built through exposure, not avoidance. You are more afraid of failure than you think. Because somewhere along the way, failure became tied to your worth. Untie it. Your worth is stable. Your results fluctuate. And the people who grow the most, they don't fear failure less. They just stop letting it define them. In the end, the bigger risk isn't failing. It's shrinking your life to avoid the possibility. Because years from now, regret will feel heavier than any temporary defeat. And the only way to truly reduce fear of failure is to fail and realize you survived. If this video resonated with you, consider subscribing to the channel to see more videos like this.